fans, and welcome here at the 10th annual 2015 Sin City Shootout in lovely Las Vegas, Nevada. This is the second of 3 championship games this afternoon. 14 teams have been battling across 3 divisions for 3 days, and this is what it all comes down to. The next game that we have for you is the Rec Plush Division Championships. This one between the Fighting Irish and the Bash Spiders. Bay Area street hockey Bash Spiders playing Northern California against the Southern California-based Fighting Irish. Never mind the fact that most of these players are from Canada. I love to see how inclusive this sport is. You get people from all over the country creating these tribes, creating these communities. It's one of the most exciting parts about the ball hockey circuit, and especially if you've been here with us this weekend, you've noticed the energy here in the rink at the Las Vegas Roller Hockey Center. We are very happy to be here, and we are ready to get the ball rolling, so to speak, on the second championship game, Rec Plus Division. Again, we are presented to you by Memory to Video Productions, and all of this is possible because of the support from Kayak Connection in Moss Landing and Santa Cruz, California. Teams line up at center, have a little bit of a chat, and we get ready to start things off. The Spiders and the Fighting Irish. Both of these teams very successful in preliminary play, obviously successful in playoff play because they're here. If I had to give an edge, I don't know. There's a lot of skill and a lot of experience on both sides of the rink in this game, so let's let the players decide. Kevin Bever gets the first touch for his team in the defensive zone, and they get it sent up. Battling for it now along the hash mark, sent. And the Irish try to spring something. Nice job there, held in the zone by Biggio. Back to Bever, though. Nice little kick move there by Andrew Till. Almost loses it, now he does. Here comes Shin. Takes the shot. That one blocked aside by Kenny Jones. We'll talk about Jones later, as he's done some pretty amazing things in this tournament. Not just stopping the puck, if you know what I mean. We'll talk about that a little bit later. This one's going to go down for icing, though. Fighting Irish netminder chasing after that one. Finally gets to it. A couple of players make some changes, and this one is going to be the Irish offensive. There's Ryan Boss. He's lining up along the right wing side. Look for him to be a difference maker. He's got a big shot and a big body, and he's not afraid to use either. Richard Thurston going to take the draw for the Irish. A little bit of a quick jump. Official resets. And that one was won back by Watts. Tries to play that one up the boards. Get batted down. They would call it icing, but they didn't. Goaltender got in the way first. Nice head of steam there by Douglas, but he couldn't corral it. Pearson gains the zone, and Jones is going to come back to play it. Jones likes to play the ball. Again, we will talk about that a little bit more later on. Here comes Douglas. Stopped up a little bit, waited for some reinforcements. He gets it. Denise. He's going for it. They send in 2. Next one, Chapados. They do manage to win that one. It's rolling on him. In between the legs. Hang on, Watts. What a block by Thurston. Watts again. Keeper makes the save. They're digging at it. Ball still loose. And Boss manages to work that one out. Even bouncing that one off Douglas to avoid the icing. A little bit of a flurry there for the Spiders. The attackers make the change. Rifled in by Leary. Didn't make it all the way down to the net. So far, first major offensive goes to Bash and the Spiders. Don't count the Irish out of it. They put up some pretty good scores early going. This is, of course, the Rec Plus Championship. Another blast. Possibly a defender getting a piece of that one. Hard to tell. On his knees now. But he played that over to Aylesworth. Aylesworth protecting it well. He's got Fairbairn. And he hits him. Fairbairn sends that one back down. Little give and go for Aylesworth. Zuzin's the third guy on the attack. He's just trying to keep an inside presence. As soon as he cuts in, of course, that's when the ball comes to where he was. Typical. Number 16, Delmonico, lost that one now. All the way back for Graves. Graves cuts back inside, makes room for himself, and down to Zuzin. Zuzin on the angle, takes the shot, good self. Batted away. Up to the line, but not out. Graves pinching in deep, back to Zuzin. Zuzin across. Oh, nice little dangle there. Miller in between the legs. Good opportunity. Couldn't seal the deal, but I like the idea. Laid out is Zuzan. Still on the forecheck. Aggressive, I like it. Both these teams, a lot less timid than the Rec Championship was to start things off. These guys want it. Hungry, good shot there. Very aggressive by the goalkeeper. Keeps that one out. I like to see that too. That kind of play from a goalkeeper, especially early on. Oh, hang on, goal! I was going to say it shows confidence, but you know what else shows confidence? A nice little backhand wraparound. Number 9, Bill Miller buries that one. The Spiders lead here early. Just under 8 to go in the first. I don't want to take anything away from Shin though, because that was a really impressive stop coming all the way out to the circle. See, in this case, unfortunately, it looked like it didn't work out. He was in deep. That is what you want to do in a wraparound situation, but just really well executed by Miller on his backhand, made to go all the way far side. There's really nothing that Shin could have done there. That's just a really strong power move by a strong power player. Douglas corrals that one back in his own end as he feels pressure from the forecheck. It's early though. I'm not really worried about the Irish. They've got lots of guns here. They've got Scott Shin. They've got Brian Boss, of course. Kevin Bever. A lot of guys here that I believe can make a difference. It's still early. 7 minutes and counting here in the first. 1-0 so far. Spiders up. Back to Bever. Didn't get all of that one. You can tell just from his posture he wasn't happy with that. Spiders come back. Here's Norman Chan. First year with Bash and the Spiders. Bever collects underneath. Sends that around to Boss. Boss, nice job across. Leaves it. And they get it deep. All the way into the corner. Shin, good positioning there. Read that one well, but that one up, off the top of our little arena here. Again, the tournament being held in lovely Las Vegas at the Las Vegas Roller Hockey Center. Very lucky to be a part of it here. Historic building. A lot of really cool stuff happened. One of the really cool things that happened earlier today, Kenny Jones, goaltender for the Bash Spiders, scored a goal, an empty netter at the end of their playoff game. We'll talk a little bit more about the historical significance of that. But right now, back to the action. Tessin, good job creating some trouble. Boss! Good shot, better save. Boss just wheeled around on his forehand. Now Tessin fires. Fought off again. Boss still with it. 5:30 to go, 1-0. Boss looking to change that. Good position! Oh, couldn't handle it! That had goal written all over it. That's a 10-bell save. Tried to redirect there. That was Mark Jun. Still got it underneath. Longest extended possession so far for the Fighting Irish. Jun again. Almost got a stick on it. Wheeled around. Till sends it out. It will be icing, but that will give them a chance to regroup. The Spider looking a little shaken up there. It was Delmonico. He goes back to the bench uncomfortable. Changes off. Both teams make large changes. We're under 5 here in the first. Spiders up 1-0. But another offensive zone face-off for the Fighting Irish. Good little squirrely win on that one. Thorpe tried to dish down into the corner. His people recover. Wheels up to the half wall. Sends it across. Gets all the way through traffic. No one home. Up. That one misses though. McDonald can't stop it, and back to Thorpe. Shannon takes a shot from outside. Glove down. Not sure that would have been on net from this angle, but it's a good idea. Always want to be sending the ball to the net. You want to stay aggressive, bear down on your opposition. So far, I'm liking the Irish's forecheck. They're managing to not only have sustained possession, but they're finding seams in an otherwise pretty staunch Spiders defense. This one will be a penalty, though. There's a hook. I think that one's going to be against the Spiders. Again, judging by the posture of the players involved. We'll see. Wait for the official call, but I think the Irish are about to go on the power play. Looks like Ian Graves is going to be the recipient of the 2-minute vacation to the sin bin. 3:30 now. Good opportunity at the end of the first for the Irish to tie it up. Out to the point. Thought about losing one. Back to Shin. Big shot deflected off the defense and goes high. Still in play though. Boss. Nice stick handling. Waits for the seam. That's what I'm talking about. Good defense. Lots of bodies in front. Boss. Very patient. Finds a hole. Doesn't get all the way through Jones, but gets it to Jones. And that's the idea. You want to keep sending those pucks that way. And so far, I really like the attack that I'm seeing from them. This one won by the Spiders. Back to Jones, and he will cover. 2 minutes, 45 seconds here. Minute 15 left on the power play. Boss ready to take this draw. Ties up his man and gets it back to the point. Looks for the one-timer, big save, second chance, save again. Back to the point, maybe a third chance. D to D, third chance, deflection, scores! What a goal! Power play goal for Ryan Shannon! And they tied the game! That is one of the prettiest deflections you are going to see out here in a while. Excellent opportunities. This is a 5-man goal is what this is. It all starts with the win on the faceoff, D to D, get the shot to the net, regroup, fire again, get it back to the point, load up, get in front, get your stick in position, and bang! What a goal. Those guys had a lot to be proud of. That was awesome. What a deflection. We're tied with the power play goal from Ryan Shannon. And the Irish look like they are ready to go. They got a new fire lit under them. The jump that they had on that power play, if they keep that up, they're in good position. The Spiders team also pretty darn good though, so you definitely don't want to say, well, it's tied, so obviously count them out. I think this is going to be a good one. Minute 30 left to go in the first. Lots of time in the rest of the game. Pumped down by Till to get the line change. Bever picks it up, wants to capitalize quickly. Walls that one into Hill. Comes back. Simple short passes. Not doing anything crazy yet, trying to find those holes. Boss was ready, just lost the handle. Back to Bever and they reset. Up, high. Tries to spring the race. Jones forced to play it. Bounces off the netting. Spiders coming in on the near side. Loses the handle. Boss again. Look at the hands. Carries that one to the half wall. Gets into the bottom of the circle. Shot and glove down. Good defense by Delmonico. He shrugged that one away. Comes back in. No icing on the play. More line change for both teams. D to D, and up to Jew. Just chips that one down, gets it deep, establishes body position, but Norman Chan now coming out with it. He gains the zone. 3-on-2 maybe. Shot just off the mark, but he's got Fairbarn coming in hard. Fairbarn and Chan trying to close in on this one. Defense sent it out, but no outlet was there. Susan, he keeps possession. Nice grinding shift right now for the Spiders, but that is all the time they will have in the first period. Lots to like from both teams here. We're knotted at 1. Last goal was the power play goal from Ryan Shannon to tie the game for the Fighting Irish. So, 12 minutes in the books, and we get ready for another 12 for the second period. Let's take this opportunity as we wait for the intermission to wrap up and talk about what Kenny Jones did today in his last game. In that playoff game, Kenny Jones scored an empty net goal, the first ever that scored in 10 years by a goaltender here at the Sin City Shootout. The last time that this happened in a major setting in the tournament, January of 2014, it was Jason Roca at the Super Bowl bye-week invitational when he scored that one. That was so big, it made national headlines, almost made it to Sports Center. So really awesome thing that Kenny Jones managed to do today. Congratulations to the netminder. He would love to cap it off with a Rec Plus championship victory. We'll see if he can do that here as the second period starts in a 1-1 game as his Bash Fighters face off against the Fighting Irish. It's NorCal versus SoCal. Freeman lost that one in his feet. Stayed with it though. Good tenacity. A little bit of a chop there from Biggio. Doesn't matter. Backhander scores! Andrew Till Second opportunity. The ball just poked loose. He was in tight. He was left open. Till scores. It's 2-1. Once again, that's what happens. Time and space. That's where goals come from. You bear down on those balls and you will get second opportunities. Till showed it right there. A great save. Rebound. Goal. Simple as that. Early lead here now. Not even 1 minute gone in the second period. Spiders coming down on Thorpe, trying to force a mistake. Doesn't. He's got poise. Grania sends it down, however. Get it deep. Here comes the forecheck. The Irish have a lot to build on after last period. I think they're still pretty confident. It doesn't look like that one goal is really shaking them. Good hard stick-to-stick pass. Thorpe sends that one in. Not going to be icing. So Shin free to chase. Around now to Leary. Gets to that good support there. Chapados was ready for it. And then again, nice three-man breakout. Denise gets it deep on all three change. Irish, their chance to do some damage. Boss on the left wing. Dekes his man off his feet. Takes his shot. Those are always tricky to read. That quick turn and fire. Jones was in good position, but nice attempt by Boss. Here's Shin. He's on the backhand. Kicks that one out to the middle. From the point. Bever, good opportunity. Couldn't get it through bodies. Deflected and knocked aside. Thorpe. He's got feet, but here comes Zuzin hot. Just gets it down. Well, I thought it was touched. They say no. Yep, that will be icing. Official in good position to see that. From where I was on the far side, it looked like Douglas touched it. He immediately turned to the official and said, nope, not me, I didn't do it. That's a good call. Icing sends the ball all the way back down. Spiders gonna take this draw. Bill Miller. He's going up against Richard Thusen. 9:20. Here it's 2-1 Spiders. Still early. Oh. Boss jumped the gun a little bit. You know where he's going on that play. Right into the circle. He's got two on him, but he's got a Thusen outlet. Just works his way through. Just muscles it through. Three bodies, and he creates a 2-on-1. Thusen fires. Good save. No good rebound. Well controlled. But a good opportunity. Boss single-handedly generated that 2-on-1. A little bit of a trip. Thusen down. Not called. Fair play, they say, and move on. Graves gets that deep. Till, he's of the last goal. Got a bad angle, but he's just going to send it to the net. Oh, and it didn't go. Couple players standing around, not sure what happened. That one took a weird bounce. Possibly hit the bench. I guess not. They say play on. Irish clear. A scary moment for the Irish. For a second, no one was quite sure where the ball was. They almost parlayed that into a nice breakaway, but it just didn't bounce the way they wanted it to. Speaking of, bounce off the crossbar and out. Bash again. Scrambling a little bit, and the Irish are making their own luck here. It is icing. Man, I thought that initial one may have gone in. They're saying it's the crossbar. Whew. That was close. These chances can come out of nowhere. With players this dynamic, if they all know their roles and their assignments, which they clearly do, when the ball breaks the way that it does, it gives them a really good opportunity to find those holes, find those spaces, find the gaps. And when you're lucky, the ball finds you. And in this case, when you're the Irish and you're lucky, the ball does not find the back of the net. Great opportunities, though. Good pace to this one. 7:20 left here in the second. Still 2-1, Spiders leading. They're mounting another offensive. Good shot, hard off the boards. Oh, man. Shin was in position for the save. Didn't necessarily know where the ball was, but when it kicked back out to, I believe that was Chapados, who got the second opportunity, Shin was able to readjust last second and make that toe save. That's some clutch goaltending. Oh. Misfire on the face-off. We do it again. Fairbairn ready to take it for the Spiders. And he wins it. Coming back to Douglas. Has to move his feet to get to it, but he does. Sends it down for Aylesworth. Thorpe is there first. Thorpe wheels around on his backhand, but he gives it away. Fairbarn. Shot to bounce. Thorpe again closes on that ball quickly. Chance in front. Didn't take the bounce they wanted, though, and the Irish getting ready to come back with possible 3-on-2. They gain the line and send it deep. Jones corrals that one for Douglas. Douglas walking up with it. Pace definitely heating up there. Shannon kicks that one on his backhand. No one there. Knocked down by Aylesworth. He runs into Bever. The two of them dueling hard. Bever just established body position. A little bit of thumping there in front of the bench. They try to gain the line, and they do. Freeman, the lone forechecker, in for the Irish. Douglas almost lost it. Sent that one hard up to Miller. Miller tries to beat Biggio. Shot, second chance! Diving over the goalie. We got a whistle. Shin is down. I think he's okay. Lost his glove. I don't think there's going to be a penalty on the play. We'll see. I don't think so. There's no time up on the clock. 5:30. Yeah, it looked like it was possibly just an injury stoppage. And goalies get hit like that, you get worried. They've got a lot of padding, but they're still, you want to protect them. There's only so many. 5:31 left in the second period. Spiders lead 2-1 here in the Rec Plus Division Championship game at the 2015 10th Annual Sin City Shootout here in Las Vegas, Nevada at the Las Vegas Roller Hockey Center. That one won by the Irish. Tried to be a self-chip, a little bit too hot. Wheeled around to no one. Spiders come in. Takes a big slapper. That one doesn't find net though. Across with speed. They gain the zone. Tries to get inside. Defense collapsing on top of him. Miller lost his stick there. To Shin on the circle. Rips one, but that one goes wide. Bever keeps the play alive once. Keeps it alive twice. He does. Gets the ball deep on both corners. Physical battle down low. Big bodies colliding. Shin, misfire, second chance, up, and down. Lots of bodies clogging the middle. Very hard for the Irish to get the balls into Jones. That one made it. Looks like he took a look. We got a whistle. I believe that's a roughing call. Got a couple bodies on the deck. Let's see what ends up being the case. 4:15 to go. There is a roughing penalty on the play. Let's see who's going to sit. Oh, I just missed it. He's already sitting. It is Bash. So, another opportunity here. Relatively late in the period. Not quite as late as last time. But the Fighting Irish. Last time, they scored. And Shannon is out there. Can they do it again? That one held. Boss wins the draw back to Shin. Fires! Goes wide. Collected in the corner. Back up to Shin. He's got to make a move. He's got two guys in little space. Nice escape. He makes space. Shots off the mark, but Boss has it. He draws it back to the hash. Thinking across the box. Almost got it. Shin's the first one on it, though. Tees up, gets his man down, but lost the lane. There's a shot, possibly looking at a shot pass. He was hard, couldn't stop it. Shin, big battle going on in front of the net. Back to Boss, fire. Up and just behind the net. Thusen. He comes together with Graves. Oh, and they whistle that one, just say the puck was frozen. 2:25. Still 2-1. Till the last scorer scored in the first minute of the second period to give the Spiders the current lead. Spiders remain shorthanded for another 20 seconds, so the Irish still have a chance to capitalize on the man advantage. Nice one, lifted out cleanly. And that'll basically all but kill the penalty. Now that will kill the penalty as the fifth man joins the court. And that penalty was to Andrew Till. So he's back in action. Immediately changes off though. 100 seconds left on the clock in the period. Shin. Almost fumbled that one. Good pressure on the forecheck by Norman Chan. Forces Shin to rethink what he was doing. His teammates help him out though. Good outlet feed. Whoop. Glove down on the jump by Leary. Dishes across. Don't think his man was ready for the pass though. Good idea by 10 and 20. Now the counterattack. They've got the point. They're running low on time. Just a little over a minute. Still 2-1 in the second. Spiders lift. And Leary says no thanks. Makes the change. No icing. Under a minute now. They gain the zone. Fire that one well wide. Comes across to Freeman though. That shot doesn't make it either. The point man wants it. It's Shin. That one up. Off the netting. Still alive. Boss. Good job using his body to protect the ball. Now behind the cage. Carrying that one. Doesn't have a whole lot of options. The Spiders closing off most of the passing lanes, but they can't succeed in breaking out. Oh, there's a slash. I don't know if they'll call it a slash or a trip. Yep, slash is the call. And there'll be another Fighting Irish power play. Probably not going to get a whole lot of time in this period, but it means that they can start the third period with the extra attacker. 12 minutes on the clock, to possibly a little bit less, with the extra skater. That could mean all the world, as setting the tempo in this third period is going to be really, really big. These teams are aggressive. They're attacking very fast. I think that's the biggest takeaway here. Both these teams are moving the ball very fast, moving the players very fast. Really excited to see how this one's going to end, and we will start the end with a power play for the Fighting Irish. 12 minutes up on the clock here to start the third. 2 of those minutes are going to be power play time. Fighting Irish start 5-on-4. Immediately starts with a clear though. They only lose a couple seconds, waste no time getting back in. Oh, no, they don't get back in. Nice job by Douglas. Squeezing off that pass and getting it deep. Everyone lined up on the line. Can't find a clean entrance there. That's a tough one. They do find a way though. Here's Shin. Lots of time left in the period and on the power play. Minute 20 left with the extra attacker. To the point. Fires! Wide. Boss. Still got it. Sets up along the hash marks. He likes to be here. Kicks it back to the point. They're committing everyone down low right now. Very interesting power play. Boss looking for the lane. Can't get it. Doesn't. They joust. Look at the speed exploding out of the corner. Big hit though. That was Graves with the foot speed. Knocks down his man. They still battle for the ball. No whistle. Now jabbing at it hard. Ball comes out. Shot. Bobbled but saved. Good job by Jones. 40 seconds and counting with the extra attacker. Boss is offside. Took everybody a second to realize it, but he was a clean foot on the wrong side of the blue. They do whistle that one, and that'll all but kill the power play. Meaning the Irish are down to 1 in 3 so far. That one knocked back forcefully, ultimately ends up becoming a Fighting Irish victory as they do establish control first. D to D, kick it back around. Zuzin aggressively forechecking, and then Till jumping in on the play. but they still don't manage to keep it in. Now they got a chance. Here's Parson. He crosses the line and gets it deep. Coming in against McDonald. Mack sends it hard. Hits his man. And across to Thusson. He loads up. Good shot block though. On his backhand. Chips away. Next chance. Ball finally trickles in and Jones stops it. Thusson visibly upset about that one. They had good chances. I don't think he executed the way he wanted to, but you're always doing the right things if you're moving the ball in the right direction and getting it on net. I don't think this is going to be the kind of game where these really nice, slick tic-tac-toe passes are going to come all that easily. Both teams really closing down on those passing lanes, and that's kind of what you expect in a championship game, and that's what we have here. Another shot, not quite on the mark. Freeman battling Leary. Leary ultimately gets the best of it, but now with speed, Chapados. He gets to it. He's got Panisse in front. Nope, lost it. Irish the other way, 3-on-3. Good little drop pass and an escape move. Nice tenacity. Graves stays on him. The two battle ultimately. The turnover does happen. Chapados sends it out. There, yeah, that one went out of play. So they'll get the temporary stop, change things up. 8:15 to go here. Now third period, 2-1. The Bash Spiders leading. Officials talking things over possibly about where the faceoff should be. They decide it stays inside the Bash zone. This one to Jones's right. Shin taking this one against Fairbairn. And I think we're going to give that one to Shin, but only just. Turning and firing. Granja, good opportunity. Oh, that one just bouncing over the stick of Thorpe. He has got to hustle. Shin helps him out. He gets to it first. Thorpe. Nice turn and go. Good move. Just jukes Chan. Looking for Granja. Almost to it, but not quite. This one's Douglas. Sends it not as deep as he wanted. You could hear him from the court. He wasn't happy with the result. Turn back the other way, but that shot doesn't connect. 7 minutes to go. Spiders still ahead by 1. Thorpe bodies up on Chan. They manage to control, but they're going to have to come the full length of the court. 3 Bash players in the attacking zone, and they do get the turnover. Their attacking zone, I should say. Oh, look at that save! Way open! Can't make it go! I think everyone's a little flabbergasted. Oh, we got injury stoppage here. Leary's down. Looks hurt. Slow to get up. Looks like maybe just lost the wind. Douglas talking to him about it. He is going to get back up and leave the court under his own power. So that's good. Looks like he's going to be okay. Those are always scary situations. You don't want to see a guy go down and stay down. But he is going to wander on back to the bench. They'll make a change for him. This ball is going to come all the way back down, now high in the Spiders zone. 6:30 is where the clock is frozen here in the third. Rec Plus Championship 2015, 10th Annual Sin City Shootout. Dewson takes the draw and wins it. Jew couldn't get to it in time. Boss, head of steam, charges into the corner. Quick puck movement by the Spiders. Keeps them out of danger, at least for the time being. Sends one high, deftly knocks down. Now a chance, good stick though. Excellent job by Bever to shut down Biggio. Lifted high, coming all the way down is Delmonico. It will be icing. Now under 6 minutes to play. Ball comes all the way back down. And for the first time in a little while, the Spiders are going to have the opportunity to carry the play from a face-off in the offensive zone. They have been forechecking rather aggressively, sending in 1 deep and then 2 higher, guarding the blue line to prevent these long stretch passes that it seems like the Irish are trying to do. But now, if they win this, they'll have an opportunity to really set up and possibly even increase their lead. Oh, I saw something fly. It wasn't the ball, it was the blade of the stick. It snaps. Now Gray's forced to defend without a stick. Oh. Hang on, was that offside? Were they weren't citing him for playing with a broken stick. Irish take a timeout either way. I don't think. Well, hang on. The box is open. Okay, well maybe it wasn't broken stick. Maybe it was an interference. I'm not seeing any gestures from the official. Without that, it's hard to tell what the official call is. There's so many things that could happen. I feel like he lost the stick as soon as he realized it was broken. I mean, he bodied up, but I don't know if it was too aggressive. It's hard to say. They're discussing it with the scorekeeper right now, but either way, the Spider is in the box. 5:17 left to go here in the third. 2-1, Spiders up, but another critical power play opportunity for the Fighting Irish. They scored on 1, they lost on 2. This is a huge critical moment late in this game to tie it up. We'll see what they can muster here. After the timeout, teams refreshed, retake the court. 5:17 left in game time. 2 minutes left on the power play, which has yet to begin. 2 goals to 1. The Bash Spiders on top right now. Rec Plus championship game on the line. And Boss is going to step up and take this draw. It was going to be against Denise, but he decided against it. Lots of barking between the benches. Boss wins it back to Bever. Shot high, glove down. He was looking top corner all the way, and Jones, he just followed that right into his glove. First 15 of the power play gone. Boss gets away with it again. Back to Bever, gonna do it again. Fires, misses. Denise pressuring 2 men. Lifts it, up, out, crosses the red line. Well, yeah, it looks like the attacking Irish didn't necessarily notice that it came out. That is going to be ruled, looks like, just an offside. For a second, I thought it was going to be an unintentional or an intentional offside. It was not, so it's high in the zone. But that does continue to kill more clock and forces the Irish deeper into their zone. The further distance they have to cover, the longer it's going to take. Less time they have. But they are trying to use their speed, and we'll see if that helps instead. There's a shot, big save, rebound on the backhand, second save, no third. Jones feeling confident right now. Under a minute to go in the penalty. 4 minutes to go in the period. The last game for both of these teams. The only question is, how will this tournament end for them? There's another shot from the point, but it doesn't get through legs. Listen. Giving. Sends that one across hard. Boss. Into the boards with Douglas. Dash gets it out. Bouncing that one off the top of the glass. Now under 20 to go in the power play. Shin looking for a quick turnaround. Trying to catch the Spiders on a change. It's not going to happen. Now they just want to get some action on the rush. Also, not going to happen. Well, hang on. Ball's left behind, Boss. Now down to the half boards. Big battle in front of the goaltender, rather. Looks for the deflection and scores! They got it! They got it! They tie it, 3 minutes to go! I think Thussen was the one who got a stick on it, but either way, big time, big time. You could tell, ever since about midway through the last period, it had definitely become the Irish's game plan. Get traffic in front of Jones. That is perfect execution on a game plan. We're back to 5 aside. 2.5 to go. We're tied at 2. The first finals game today went to overtime and then went to round 4 of the shootout. Let's see if we're going to get more of the same or if one of these teams can close it out in regulation. This one just bouncing around right now. Oh, I thought I saw it in the slot. It was somebody's goggles instead. Big one from the point. Looks like Dustin got a piece of that one. Biggio, his windup looked cleaner than that delivery was. I think Dustin got a chunk of that one, altering the trajectory ever so. 2 minutes now. 2 teams, 2 goals apiece. 1 winner. Who will it be? This is a really hard game to call because I think at either time, both teams have had the advantage, both offensively and defensively. Very, very tight. I thought the last game was close. Oh, hand pass. Yep. Hand pass called against the Spiders. That one's going to come out. Only 4 seconds off the clock, though, so lots of time. We are within freeze time. 1 minute 56. 5 aside, and it would behoove both sides to not take any more penalties. Spiders in particular, they've taken enough, I would say. Not too many, maybe too many, but they've certainly taken enough. If they want to maintain chances of winning this one, they've got to stay out of the box. Irish have been much more disciplined in that regard. That one fired in hard from just inside the red line. Actually got through to the goalie. Again, good position, and he makes the stop. That one juggled a little bit down in the corner. Fired back in by Douglas. A little bit of a collision there. Chapados went down. No call, ruled incidental. Douglas again, first one on it. Forwards changing for both sides. Minute 15 left. 2-2 your score. Looking for a hero. Couldn't gain the zone, so kicks it back to the D. Fires that one hard. Douglas forcing Shin to make the save, and he does. Wants to get that one out. That didn't take the bounce he wanted. And Bash keep it in. Spiders point again. Douglas again. Don't think Shin got a piece of that one that time. I think his defender got the save. Look at that little dangle through the legs. Stick handling in between 3 players. Didn't come away with it, but he may have drawn a penalty. Hang on. Yeah, they're going to call it. I think it's a hook. No, they're calling it a rough. I think it was Biggio for the Spiders. Stick handling in between 3 players, and that can get frustrating. So eventually that frustration just boiled over into a roughing penalty. So we talked about discipline. We talked about staying out of the box late in the game. So far, not happening. Big moment here. 42 seconds. If they don't score now, the Spiders will still have the rest of the time in overtime. So they still have a full 2 minutes with a little bit of a break in the middle. They're talking it out at center right now. 2 minutes up on the penalty clock. 42.3 seconds here in the third. We will have 5 minutes of overtime if we need it. After that, it is shootout time. But I guarantee you, the Spiders want to close this one out now. They don't even want the 4th period. They want to finish it now. 42 seconds. It all starts with this draw. Quick shot by Douglas on the backhand. Oh, I think that was Chapados falling. No, I'm sorry, that was Till. Back to Douglas. They love to let him uncork one from the point. And that one goes just over the net, which got dislodged, and that's going to cause another stoppage. Man, in the last minute and a half, 2 minutes, Douglas must have unleashed 4, 5 shots on net. Well, maybe not on net, but shots towards the net from the point. This is clearly part of their game plan. He's got a strong shot. He's got a high shot. They're trying to take advantage of that traffic, hope that Shin goes down early and beat him high. So far, it hasn't worked, but it looks like they're going to keep trying to do it. And frankly, it's a good game plan here on the power play. They reposition, getting ready for winning the draw. That's always the plan. Right back to Douglas. Douglas fakes it, takes the pass, shot, not on net. Again, bodies in front. Big bodies down low. And a battle in front of the net. Almost to the point, now in the feet, in the slot. This one's gonna go back out to Douglas maybe. Yep, eventually sent back by Chapados. Shot, loose, on the backhand, scores! 0.5 seconds! A power play goal! And that has got to be it! Unbelievable! Phil Millard! Half a second left! Just creating chaos in front, big point shots, that was the key. But we've seen it in other games, we've seen it all weekend long. Second opportunities, rebounds, quote-unquote garbage goals. You dig it out like that, and you come away huge. And Millard just became the hero. Half a second. They will drop the puck as a formality, but this one is over. Unbelievable finish. And the Bash Fighters will defend their Sin City championship. Just waiting to drop it. And that's all she wrote. It is over. What an end to this game. Half a second. Power play. A penalty taken with 42 seconds left in the third. A game that the Irish battled back to tie. And then, devastation in the last possible moment. It felt like overtime was inevitable, maybe even another shootout, but that just was not the case. The Spiders defend their Rec Plus championship here with an unbelievably crutch goal in the final moments. Bill Millar's your hero. Millar was the guy to do it last year too. Consecutive championships, consecutive game-winning goals. That is pretty darn impressive. Bash, they're very proud to be representing the San Francisco Bay Area, representing California hockey in general, and we've seen it if you're tuned into the scene over the last couple decades in particular, last few years specifically. California has been producing more and more top-tier talent, and another championship for a tournament for a California team. As a California native, it's great to see, but as a fan of the sport, it's great to see how the sport is continuing to grow in non-traditional markets and not just be successful with fans, but be successful with players and farm systems.